Prologue, Frequencies of Fortune by Tre'vion Rivers. Before I was a trader, I was a tuner. Long before I ever placed a trade, I listened. Before I understood dividends or candlestick patterns, I studied people. How they moved, panicked, bet, held on, and let go. I'd sit and watch markets like an ocean, its tides pulled by moons I couldn't yet name. I couldn't explain why certain tickers made my chest tighten or why I got chills when a company's volume surged like a stadium roar before a comeback. I just knew something was happening, some signal just beneath the static. I called them frequencies. Most people couldn't hear them. Some people didn't care to. But a few, they could channel them like music. Those were the ones making real moves. Not luck, not hype, tuned in. And now with nothing more than a smartphone, a brokerage account, and a gut full of hunger, I would become one of them. A share pirate. 1. The world today. In the era of high-speed internet and infinite scrolling, wealth has become a game, and the markets are the arena. Some play it like chess, some like roulette, and a few, the truly tuned in, play like anime protagonists on a redemption arc. In this world, everyone starts as a solo trader, stranded on a digital island of watch lists and beginner tutorials. Few survive past the first major correction event. Fewer still survive a recession arc. Those who do, they gain titles. The dividend cleric, masters of compounding, they preach patience and passive income. The options, Ronin, lone wolves who play risk like a blade, timing theta and delta like samurai precision. The index monks, calm, slow, unwavering in their ETFs. The crypto cultists, often laughed at, sometimes feared, occasionally right. The meme benders, chaotic neutral, follow vibes, post gains, never explain. This isn't Wall Street. This is the open market archipelago, islands of information, seas of volatility, and storms of emotion. And like the Grand Line in One Piece, the path to fortune is filled with impossible odds, supernatural rumors, and legendary figures who disappeared after one perfect trade. Nobody knows who started the legend, but the tale is whispered in Discords, Reddit threads, and dim-lit YouTube lives. When the frequencies align, a trader will rise, not to beat the market, but to rewrite it. 2. The frequencies. Think of the stock market not as numbers and charts, but as a living ecosystem. Every ticker has a pulse, every sector a rhythm. When enough people believe in a company, when their clicks and buys and vibes align, it emits a frequency. Some call them signals, others call it market psychology. But I hear it as music, each sector its own genre. Tech sounds like glitchy synth and robotic harmony, fast, experimental, powerful. Energy is a slow, thunderous beat like oil drums and growling bass. Consumer goods hum a steady, predictable melody. Biotech is unpredictable jazz, either genius or madness. Most can't tune into these frequencies. But a few of us? We were born hearing them. The first time I heard one clearly, I wasn't at a computer. I was sitting in a laundromat, broke, scrolling past a news story about a company called Plug Power. Everyone online was trashing it, saying it was done. But the second I scrolled past its ticker, Plug, I felt a vibration deep in my spine. I didn't know if it was a buy signal or a warning. I just knew that company was about to make noise. I didn't listen. I didn't buy. A week later, Plug went up 300%. That was the last time I ignored a frequency. 3. My crew, the channelers. No one makes it alone. Not in the markets, not in anime, not in life. If I was going to become a share pirate, I needed a crew. Each one tuned into a different frequency of the market. We weren't experts, not yet, but we felt the rhythm. Me, the tuner, main protagonist. Specialty, hearing raw frequency changes before charts confirm. Weakness, emotional trades, attachment to underdogs. Signature move, channel spike. Sudden clarity that leads to bold plays ahead of news. Indexa, the calm monk. Specialty, ETFs and long-term vision. Voice of reason, my Piccolo. She taught me patience. Signature move, DCA meditation. Slow, consistent buying that beats 90% of traders over time. Blitz, the momentum blade. Specialty, technical analysis, breakouts, scalping. Brash, impulsive. Zorro meets Killua. Signature move, golden cross slash. Rides moving average crossovers for high-speed plays. Doc Divvy, the alchemist. Specialty, dividend growth stocks. Always sipping coffee and calculating drip. Signature move, compound spiral. Reinvested payouts lead to exponential growth. Each of us heard a different part of the market's music. Together we could harmonize or crash, but the markets weren't going to wait for us to sink because the villains were already moving. To be continued.